Queensland's Gold Coast with a 5-night Sunlover holiday from just $338, including accommodation and airfares, flying Ansett Australia.
Queensland's Gold Coast, everything under the sun.
Call now for details.
Living in Queensland.
Like this. And the other, twice a day with Clearasil Daily Face Wash, which helps prevent pimples by clearing away oil and dirt and killing bacteria. Spot the difference. Clearasil Daily Face Wash. Twice a day, fewer pimples.
Whoa! Domino's is cooking! Introducing our new smoked pork ribs, an entree-sized serving of our new succulent pork ribs topped with barbecue sauce and potato wedges. Whoa! And that's not all. Add any large pizza of your choice, oven-baked garlic bread and 2 cans of Coke. Over $25 value for just $17.90. Yeah, what a deal! Ribs, wedges, pizza, garlic bread, 2 cans of Coke, only $17.90. Call now on 131-888 and get something for nothing!
Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
Good morning and welcome to ABC Television via OSAT Domestic Satellite on this Wednesday the 16th of December 1987. In a few moments it's Cartoon Carnival.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back once again to the stream. I know it's been a little while. We had a little bit of technical difficulties in getting that going, but hopefully now it's all good. Let's do some Pokemon. I don't know how well that's gone. Well, I gotta set the controller apparently. Let's get that fixed. And input, use controller, yes. And left, right, select start, and that's fine. Alright, and yes, we do have a new overlay. Hopefully that's readable and all. And that automatically sets all the sprites and everything, so I don't have to worry about it. Which is good. Good news. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble trying to decide on what some of the other overlays would look like. But they're all going to at least follow this sort of theme for a bit. Except when it does that. So I don't know why it just gave me a random Charizard. But how's the sound balance? Is this good? Bad? Could be better? Let me know, because I can't tell. My left button has decided not to work. Decent? Cool. This is about as good as it's going to get until I start spending a lot more money. Because things cost money. Who'd have thunk it? Now, again, I can't remember what day of the week it is in game, but it's also irrelevant, and we can't do anything about it anyway. And icy wind. Louder than the game at the very least, and I hear you clearly. Well, that's good. How's chat going, actually? Alright, yep, the chat box is working. I forgot to check that. And theoretically that should fade after a little while. Yes. It's just, again, I wish it worked from top down, but that's about the best we got. Game could be lowered by a couple of percent. Easy done. How's that? Because I only changed the game, like the stream input, rather than what I'm hearing. Because, like, to me that's fine, because I've got nothing else going on. Because I hate listening to my own voice, because it also gives me a bit of feedback. Better. All good. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy the time off from streaming, because it was also a little bit of, like, stress that I was having with other stuff. But, turns out the microphone that I bought was faulty, and decided to die, like, after the last stream. Like, the last stream was fine. And then the next day, it's like, it's gonna start dying now. So that made, like, some of my other stuff very, very interesting. But turns out a Guitar Hero mic works pretty well. So for anyone curious about that. But no, luckily it was under a month, easy warranty fix. Yep, replaced for free. It also has a 1-year warranty from the manufacturer, but also registerable for up to 10 years warranty. So, I mean, for what it's worth, the Rode NT1 with inbuilt A1 mixer is probably a very good recommendation for anyone looking for a halfway decent microphone. Because I got rid of the acoustic foam that I had surrounding it as well. So there may be a little bit of a sound difference, but hopefully not much. I've got it on a decent stand and everything. I have like a rubber strap keeping it strapped to itself, so it's not going to just suddenly drop out of nowhere on me, because I can't afford a counterbalance. Because they're like $200 to get it shipped from the States, because apparently no one in Australia knows how to do anything with weight. Oh, it's good fun. The only thing I have to be wary of is my posture, because if I slouch a little bit, you know, I start getting away from the mic. So I don't know how better or worse this sounds. I know I am much more comfortable, but I am assuming it's sounding bad. So if I come back up to like properly seated position, this is what it sounds like now. And damn, I wish we had something interesting to fight. But, gotta do our grinding. And this would theoretically be the time that I would put on like some music and just chill and grind it out, but effort. The supersonic. Yeah, how is the new team overlay? Does that, like, is that legible at that size? Because, like, firstly, I can't resize it, but also secondly, like, I'm looking at a very miniature version of it, so it's very squashed and hard to read. So I'm hoping it looks good for someone actually, you know, properly washing it. Bleh. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I got up to Pearl sorted for overlays. Like all with this sort of new design and like accommodations. But I can't think of what to do for Platinum. Because it's like finding like a background that works properly, and lettering is unreadable, but iconography and colored bars are readable enough. Yeah, that's a shame. Because as I said, I can't really increase the size of it or anything. Let me do this first. What can I do? Alright, let me get out of here, and then I'm going to try a test. Just going to, where is it? MS Paint. Save this, that's fine. Currently watching from phone, might be different on PC. Okay, well, let me try importing an image. Where is it? Desktop. Untitled.ping, just blank white square. I'm going to move it under the team list, but above the overlay. So is that any better? I imagine it would be, like for text legibility. Better? Alright, I had a feeling it might be. And I'll do this properly for later streams. But for the moment, let's just do a quick fix. Hot fix as it is. Still see the levels fine, so it's just down here and out to here. And closing it off there. That's fine. You can read the names at least. Yeah. But yeah, it's like it's got the color coded typing. It's got the bars with the stats, but again, probably illegible. And yeah, then names. Technically, it's a blending of two different overlay styles because I'm cheating. So if I turned off the team list, for example, the Pokeball designs are baked into the overlay. Because there was a just a Pokeball style, but I didn't like how that looked. But it gave me the idea of setting it up like that. See if I can actually find that style. Yeah, it's just oh, it's not that one. It's not the circles. It's not Twitch plays. Is it just the default one? No. But yeah, anyway, that's yeah, so there was just a Pokeball designed one that didn't work well, and then this one worked a bit better. What is wrong with my brain? Too much work, that's what I think it is. Name is readable on the TV when casting, the rest is illegible, and the level is a hit or miss depending on the background. Oh, okay. Which is fine. That is fixable, just means a new overlay, lowering it down. I might actually, like, just trying to think. I might have to look into a different style altogether, but at least I've got it sort of set up for allowing for a horizontal style. Hello, new team. Goodbye. Encapsulate the level as well. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. So theoretically, if I lower it down to put the levels on the same level, and then figure out a way to incorporate that into all the designs and everything, then that's good. Otherwise, I can just do a completely different style. It's basically just getting something that fits the screen and everything as well. Because a lot of these are like hard baked in the sizes. So it's like I could change the size of the thing, but the sprites aren't going to get any bigger, the names aren't going to change, it's just going to take up more room. Lower the icons a bit and put the level above the heads. See, the levels are all baked in. Like, as I said, if I just turn it off, this is one item. The levels are like part of the appearance, and because they're auto adjusting. Like if I leveled any of them up, that number would just automatically change. Same as like the health, actually. It does have the actual HP that they all have. It's not separate elements, no. I wish. Because a lot of these overlay designs would be a lot better with customizable elements. But unfortunately, hello new team, goodbye. A lot of them are like commission based, I think, because it takes, like, it's a little bit technical to work with the back end. And it's like, while I would love to have my own theme, I can't think of what it would be for a starter, and I also need money. That old reliable favorite. And obviously, you know, in a perfect world, this is where either a lot of people subscribe all at once, or someone drops like 100 grand in a donation or something like that. And I feel very bad because I feel like I haven't earned it. But I also don't have a face cam, so people can't do, like, not troll donations, but, you know, doing things just for the reaction. Because it's like, you're not really going to get a good one. Okay, this'll be a good example, actually. Because it's like... Because I'm curious, actually. Don't worry about it, mate. Yeah, well, I do. I worry about lots of things. 76 points to leveling up. I thought it might have been much closer than that. But have a look at the, like, the level number at the bottom there. There you go. As soon as it's registered the level up, the number changes. So there's only so much that I can do with these designs. But that does look cool. Like just the sliding in and out of themselves. Oof. Hello, Charizard. Goodbye. And they never stick around long. So this is also a bit of a rough place to try and level up. Looks like it's very ground and rock type heavy, which makes sense because it's a cave. But, like, you know, nothing else around, even remotely, is close to being this level. And it's frustrating with the way that the game is set up. Can I get potions? Not yet. Let's actually go sort that out then. Because this is going to be a rough go without, like, any healing or anything. And I know people do that for challenge runs and whatnot, but I'm not that good. Alright. Back at home. Have we got any money? We got some. Let's take some out from the Bank of Mum. Or Mom, as the case may be. Let's take out 30 grand. And let's fly away. And yeah, Ecritic's fine. I've also gotten up to Alola in the poker clicker. Just having trouble beating the guy blocking the way to the Elite Four equivalent. Soup. Yep, perfect. Alright, now. Back home. We'll have to look around at what's pre-Victory Road available. It's been grinding farm points and eggs. Yeah. Farm points are a killer because they're just time-based, whereas at least eggs you can buff with attacking things. It's like if I ever need to hatch something I go back to like Route 1 of Kanto, because they just die in a second. And it's like, yep, well that's another hatch. There we go, that's enough. Oh yeah, almost done with EV training the Alcremies. You're in actual eggs type territory. Why did I do that? Too used to this part, I guess. Gonna take a few more days, yeah. I mean, how many of them are there? Like 60 something different combinations? Probably more, actually. Because I know you have all the different suites that you can put on. You have the three or four different types of spin that you can put on them? Something like that. And then it's just like, realistically, a ludicrous amount of Pokemon that really didn't need to be that big. That's right, gotta go through the falls. Prove you're a good trainer with the final badge ability. So we were looking at like level 35-ish for Victory Road. That's a hard run. Yeah, it's true. Yes, we got Sandstorm already. Did we face this guy or did we skip over him? I can't recall. Because I know we skipped a couple of trainers in order to just get the checkpoint. My back. Alright, we did battle him. Alright, what have we got in the grass here? Charbak. So level 28. So that's a hard ask when, you know, the levels of the Elite Four. Oh. Thought I'd gone back for this guy. I guess not. Which is weird, because I thought I would have pointed out that I like Quillfish. Oh, well, in that case... See, now I'm just remembering back in the day when I played Pokemon Red, I think it was, on the computer, so, you know, not exactly the original cart, and with Team Rocket mode enabled, where you could just decide to end a battle by catching the opponent's Pokemon, and just they're yours now. It was 100% a Game Shark thing, and I'm sure it did horrible things to the back end, but yeah, no, it was fun. Just like, oh, you have something rare, and I do not want to fight you. Capture. It's like, yeah, just any gym leader battle. It's like, oh, what's something good that you have? Yeah, they're mine now. Goodbye. I'll take the free badge. They captured a Pokemon in front of you. You know what, actually, let me... This is going to break for a second. There we go. Just moving the... programs around on my screen. Wow. Could have sworn that guy had more range. I guess we're just really seeing how bad I am at remembering things. Let's... Oh, it's Monday. So even if we had the radio, it would be the lullaby. Soup? Okay. Alright, right, what you got for me? Level 30, I mean, it's not bad, it's not great. See, and while the wild ones in Victory Road are better experience, they're also harder to deal with anyone that isn't Truffle. Because turns out I haven't built a very good team. I mean, they're fine, but they definitely have their gaps and flaws and weaknesses. It's also starting to get cold here, just like in a weather sense. Yeah, just cut again. So eventually I'll start wearing a jumper. Not today though, just eventually. This must just be the big area. Oh, that'd be an interesting catch, but I think we already did it. And at this point of the game, then, you know, it's a bit rough to try and train them up. Huh. Ah, yes. Moniker of Monday, all that. The days of the week siblings. So there's the thing as well. If I had a more reasonable or more modern desk to put all this computery stuff on, the microphone would be a bit of a non-issue, because then I could clamp it on or like rig up something easier versus having to compensate with like jury rigging like proper band equipment. Because this is like a stage performance stand that I've got it on. So it's designed for like either getting down low to a guitar or being upright so you can sing into it. Whereas it turns out a lot of the desktop computer solutions are clamp it to your desk or have a desktop stand. Neither of which were really helping me. So that was my option. It's Hamilton KB something or other. I don't know. It's a Hamilton brand anyway. Not a ghost, so you get the bad version. Well, depending on your point of view. I think currently the microphone is on par, on level with my eyes, when it should be much closer to the mouth. Like, theoretically, I could get right up on it and, like, twist my head and aim more towards it, but no one wants that. Because that's also, I've probably hurt several people's ears by doing that. So, as I said, this works for now, but I'm going to keep tweaking and keep working on this for a proper solution. Because I am intending on doing this properly for as long as I'm doing it. And I definitely wouldn't have set up 8 generations worth of streaming solutions if I didn't intend on doing them. I was thinking today earlier about changing up the Thursday stream, I think it is. And because currently playing through Vampire the Masquerade, it's like, things keep happening on Thursdays that make it untenable for me to stream. So it's hard to maintain momentum and enjoyment of it. But I do want to still finish that game. But after finishing it, it might become a Final Fantasy stream, because I also just want to play that for myself, because it's a good game. And otherwise I don't have a lot of time to play it. In fact, I would get 2 or 3 hours a fortnight on my current schedule. And if there are any like Final Fantasy 14 players out there, this week, the week of the 8th of what's that now, May? Yes, the 8th of May being a Monday. This week will mark 1 year of playing Final Fantasy 14. I have gotten to level 40 on one job. I am still in A Realm Reborn. What's happening? Haven't gotten to the second primal yet. And I know there are people out there who would just be shocked at how little progress I've made. Especially when some people can basically finish the game in a month. It's like, well, I just don't have that much time where I'm at a computer all day, unfortunately. My job is not in IT. So unlike a lot of other people I know, I don't get to sit and enjoy games while pretending to work. I say pretending to work, I mean they're still working, but they're downtime, basically, like in between calls or what have you. And it's like, I would love that kind of freedom. It's like when they had all COVID lockdowns, it's like, oh man, I would love to stay home and not go to work. Oh well, I'm out the door for another 8 hours of suck. As a, quote, essential employee, end quote. Yeah, no days off, extra work in fact. They had me much busier than normal during COVID, which is, well, I mean, COVID is still a thing. Don't get me wrong, still wear your masks and all that if you can. But yeah, during the whole super lockdown heavy pandemic threat period, just like, no, everyone has to do remote work, except if you can't and you are an essential employee. It's like, yeah, cool, great. But then my job was like, oh, we're pivoting a lot to like online delivery, so we need everyone but like 2 people doing delivery pickups. But those other 2 people are going to be doing the jobs of everyone else in the store that can't do it because they're doing delivery pickups. And when I say 2 people, I mean throughout the entire day. There may be an hour or so of crossover between the other person and myself. But basically it was 8 hours of doing the jobs of 6 people. Or more. So I would be very tired, very in a lot of pain, and just hating life. Especially when people were saying, oh, you know, I get to stay home more, and oh, I'm so relaxed from all the not work I'm doing. It's like, yeah, you better be, you bastards. Because then, of course, people that come into the shop are just like, not the most patient people, because, you know, they're being told that they have to wear a mask and, you know, line up and wait for things. Perish the thought, honestly. Can you imagine having to wait politely for something? Ugh. For those who can't tell, that is sarcasm. Because I do know people that have trouble with that. That is not an authentic opinion expressed by this corporation. I guess technically am I a business now with the streaming, earning an income as a sole trader? Maybe, I don't know. That's for the taxes to sort out. And again, by taxes, I mean taxation agents who are much better knowing what numbers mean what, and not me. That's why I pay him the $100 or something out of the tax return every year. It's just like, you look at these numbers and you do the best you can. I am leaving it all with you. Bing bang boom, done in 5 minutes. Now, I believe we've got a dragon type hidden power from memory. So that's going to be useful. Especially against Lance. What's this one want me to see? Chat highlights. What are you? Raiders, returning chatters, mentioning first time chat, yeah, sure. That's fine. There we go, at least that's now no longer flashing in my periphery. Because it's anytime someone does something like to change things, it's always in the worst way. In like a, you know, change from routine is bad type of thing. It's like, obviously, you know, you got to do things from time to time. But then it's always in like a way that is like a sensory annoyance and nightmare. How's that do for you? Oh, that good. How about that? I'm going to try and get everyone up to 40 before attempting the Elite Four. And I don't know if that's going to be the minimum that's necessary, or not even. Maybe would need more. We'll see. And that's a good thing about Gen 2, is that you have money storage, so you don't have to, you know, try the Elite Four and get most of the way through, lose, and then, you know, you're broke. And then it becomes a cascading loss failure, because you can't afford to, like, keep potioning your way through and, like, hope to get lucky and things like that. Because eventually, you know, the money starts running out. And then you can't keep up anymore, and then you gotta go train, but then you're also broke, so you gotta go find somewhere with a Pokemon Center, and then you're not leveling up properly, and this, that, and the other. it's a whole thing. And especially with all the like type advantages and whatnot that you got to remember these days. Ugh. Who has the time? Yeah. I am glad that in retrospect I decided to make these 2-hour streams instead of like 3. Because I can tell when things are going to be too long. And it's like, yeah, I'm already starting to get that little bit of a tired sort of blur around the edges of things as the brain starts to want to shut down. And this is even before like taking all the medication that also puts me to sleep. Pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't take it yet. It's like, oh, there's an anti-anxiety thing, and there's like a melatonin, and then there's the antidepressant. This, you know, just a fistful of pills at every available opportunity. And while there's less of them in the evening, the ones that are in the evening are specifically designed to facilitate sleep. And then when you've had a full day of work as well, you know, it can get a little tiring. And definitely wouldn't be good company after like 2 hours, 2.5-ish. And I'm definitely not abusing my cough button to yawn. Don't even worry about it. But see, that's the thing, it's also been like just that little bit long enough that I've kind of missed playing the game, even if it's grinding times. Not that there was I didn't get quite to the point where I was like burnt out and like not wanting to play. I was getting there a little bit with Vampire, but you know, luckily it had its own issues. As I said, things tend to happen a lot more on the Thursday than the Monday or Tuesday for some reason. But yeah, it's weird. I've missed the kind of streaming camaraderie, even if there's, what, 2 people watching. I like to think that maybe people are catching up on the VODs, so, you know, there's that. But even if people aren't, I'm still enjoying the game. While it would be nice to have a, you know, whole bunch of people joining in and hanging out and having fun with me, it's not necessary as much. You know, I remember when I was doing streaming, like, ages ago, I can't even remember, like 10 years? No, it wouldn't have been 10 years. It would be close to 10 years. And having no one at all watching. And still doing the whole, you know, trying to talk and like be entertaining and all that, but less so because I was still working on all these social things. I'm a lot more talkative now than I was back then. But this is what 15 years of forced customer service interactions will do to you. You have to learn all these little scripts and interactions by heart. Which I guess is kind of telling of the industry, where it's just like, yeah, fed into a meat grinder type of thing. Like, churned up, spit out, next waiting. Because it's a high turnover thing, and, you know, a lot of people are just using it as a stepping stone. It's like, well, I don't have that much of a choice. Much to my chagrin, a lot of my creative outlets aren't making me an instant millionaire. Work-wise, not a lot of places are willing to hire me for both lack of experience and chronic pain. Apparently, I'm a potential safety hazard. Which is always fun to hear from any prospective employers. Like, no, we don't want to hire you, you're a danger to yourself and others, not worth the insurance, ugly. You know, all the classics. Alright, okay. That was an exaggeration. No one's ever said anything about insurance to me. I have had some people, apparently, disqualify me for employment because of my looks. And that was pre any, like, weird gender stuff. Because it turns out there's that little bit of institutionalized sexism in the workplace. Who'da thunk it? It's like, oh, you want someone to work a cash register and be like the face of the company? Yeah, you want a female. And preferably young and conventionally attractive. If you're looking for people to do, you know, a little bit more of a physical job, you're looking for a guy. And it doesn't matter what they look like, because no one's ever going to see them. Anyone that's old, don't bother with, because they're probably going to die soon. You know, it's just very frustrating at times. That's our 3-minute ad break warning. All stats go up, that's fine. Alright. So let's take a little break here, and we'll be back after these commercial messages.
No! Do you want me to slam? Yeah! Get out the way, get out the way. Do you want me to shoot it? No! Do you want me to pass it? No! Do you want me to slam? Yeah! See ya.
Wednesday, the welcomed return of a country practice.
Rising from the ashes.
Startling news
She's not coming back ever.
leads to a sense of
Has
bewilderment,
Kate said anything to you?
I assumed you knew.
desolation,
Why? I
emptiness,
want to see her again.
loss,
I want to touch her.
a broken heart,
I miss her, Maggie.
and a heart
Open heart surgery.
that's broken.
I'm frightened.
The brand new series of A Country Practice
Welcome to Wandon Valley.
starts 7:30 Wednesday on 10.
Please step to the rear of the elevator, ladies and gentlemen, and face the front of the car. Kindly watch the closing doors going down. 7th floor, pots, pans, and hardware. Fourth floor, footwear and sporting goods. Third floor, ladies' lingerie and radios. Ground floor, Swatch. Going up. There's plenty of room, ladies and gentlemen. Please, watch your step.
Thought you might like one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, I'll have soft peppermint cream. What's wrong?
It's my favorite.
Okay, I'll have hazelnut log.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
Will you pick one for me?
Okay, let's see.
So what can I have?
You can have coffee and a biscuit.
Favourites. All your favourite chocolates in one box.
Stax is having a gigantic Christmas sellout and will be open till 9 p.m. every day till Christmas. Techman Graphite tennis racket, $39.99. 20-inch BMX bikes, $149.99. Aerial bodyboards, $34.99. Speeder indoor sports shoes, $19.99. Force weight bench with arm curl, $199.99. 6-foot fishing rod with reel and line, $29.99. Hurry and join Santa for Stax of bargains at your nearest Stax warehouse. Open every day, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. till Christmas.
Teach your family to be careful what they touch in the garden. Safety switches cut the power fast enough to save lives. Switch to safety. Phone 008 04 8989.
Hits was proudly presented by Pepsi.
Tonight, 6:30 on 10.
Spin.
As an average Australian, John faces a 1 in 4 chance of becoming mentally ill at some stage in his life. He could be someone close to you, so make sure you know enough to help him. Call the Association for Mental Health on 816-1611 or the Mental Health Information Service on 816-5688.
Alrighty, we're back. I don't have to change the thing. That's great. That's great news for me. I hope everyone bought at least one of those items on sale on the commercials. Live from, when is it? 84-ish? I think that's when these ads are from. But I do confess I didn't want to be stuck doing it, like grinding for too long, so I did do a little bit while the commercial was running. Because with the level curve and all, it's hard to get progress. Tilda will need some help, because Tesla's going to be able to work on the rock types and things, so you'll get a little bit of an extra boost. And you will want... let's do headbutt. No, we're going to be slow. Okay, good to know. So we can just do strength instead. But see, now I've like exhausted what I had off the top of my head to talk about and just sort of ramble on about. Which I'm sure makes for a great entertaining viewing experience. But here we are. I assume more people are here to watch the game than listen to me anyway. See, I don't know how well it would work, but I did get permission from basically SPR Media to play episodes of podcasts over the streams, and I mean, they were very confused why anyone would want to. But, you know, in case I do like a Minecraft stream where it's fairly like low energy anyway. It's like, could just have a comedy podcast in the background for people to enjoy. So let me tell you, Sans Pants Radio does a whole bunch of good podcasts. If you've ever had any burning question about pop culture that, you know, just is the obvious questions. It's like, you know, what would happen if Professor X ran the Avengers instead of, like, the X-Men? It's like, well, you know, very good place to start. Very bizarre episode. Or, like, how does dating work in the world of Beyonce's All the Single Ladies? It's like, if you put a ring on something, does that mean you own it? Because obviously that's in terms of marriage, but it's not explicitly said. So take the lyrics as, like, gospel, basically. What is the song actually saying? Or, like, out of all the cereal mascots in the world, which ones are most fuckable? Yeah, bet you didn't think of that, huh? And of course the answer is the Iron Man from Nutri-Grain, because apparently fit and athletic men are attractive to people. Who knew? Does Doduo know rage because it can't learn fly, or theoretically shouldn't be able to? It's like, I know it can, but it shouldn't really be able to. But yeah, so while the stream was on break, I ran the game at like 500% with no volume. And just power leveled, just a touch. Just to get Ace up to 40, because, you know, legendary growth rates of experience, not great, turns out. Huh, we're winning on speed now. Another thing. Yeah, no, I didn't think I changed the actual size of the game screen, but I just worried for a sec there. So it's like, I know that I moved it around, but I can't remember if I changed the size of the scale of it at all. So what have we got? We got Psychic, Dark, Poison, Rock/Fighting, and then Dragon to deal with. Yeah, okay. I'm just like doing a weird sort of idea building in my head, not knowing off the top of my head who has what. But I think it goes as Psychic, Poison, Rock, Dark, from memory. But no, I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, the game went up again. I forgot about that, coming back from the break. I was reveling in the not having to do anything for the team list, so I forgot. Oh yeah, I don't have to Photoshop the bottom of Chris's shoes on anymore. Because that's what I had to do for the old overlay, because the team list was just cutting it off, and I'm like, no, I want to have that sort of on top look. Sort of how I've got the logo on this screen, except not quite as, you know, prevalent. But it was only just a little bit, and yeah, it's just annoying me that much. Like that little tiny bit that it's like, oh, I gotta put at least a little bit of effort in now. Pardon me. These late nights will be the death of me. Well, no, it'll probably be like a drunk driver or something stupid like that. Curses. I didn't get poisoned for once. No, we're not having much luck with the... Of course it does that exactly as I say it. We're not having much luck with the accuracy. There's the poison though. Well, someone's getting a rest. So it's weird to me that it uses the same sound effect or like audio cue as the Pokemon Center, because it's clearly a different process happening. Like, you know, you're not like irradiating the Pokeballs or whatever happens at the Pokemon Center. You're just resting for a sec. It's like, it still sounds like mechanical, almost. And obviously that's just to save on sound design and whatnot, but it's like, it feels weird. Like, I can't be the only person who's thought that. It's like, that is the incorrect noise. Like, it's the correct noise for the for what the game's doing, but that is the incorrect noise to be making in this scenario. you know, it would be like there's an effect in the game that makes your characters slip, and so they put a slide whistle in, and then in the middle of like a bit of a cutscene, the big boss at the end like falls off a cliff, and it makes the same sound whistle, like slide whistle thing. It's like, oh, that's a cognitive dissonance. Obviously that's a little bit more extreme than what's happening here. But yeah, it's just that sort of thing where it's just like, this is incorrect in a way that makes my brain itchy. And I can't think of how best to describe it. I think that's about it. Makes my brain itchy. Sorry, I had to adjust my back and posture in general as I tried to pop my shoulder back into place, basically. Tell you what, kids, don't get old. And for anyone out there that is old, I am sorry, but you know what I mean. Like, you have had this experience, probably. Ragi. What do we got? We got strength, headbutt, bite, and rock smash. Nah. Rock smash is at least a bit of a decent move because it also lowers defense. It's nowhere near the strongest move, but it's probably better than rage. It always feels weird to win on the speed aspect. Especially to something like Sand Slash that has that sort of vibe of being quick. Maybe it's the slash part of the name where I'm thinking it's like a quick swipe. Now I know we're not going to be getting it here. It's not going to stop me from trying, no. I also keep forgetting, like, to look up things I plan to look up, because as soon as I'm not actively looking at or thinking about the thing I'm thinking of, it's just gone out of the brain. Like, I was thinking of, on the topic of taking your meds, if there are any that I'm on that are technically off-label uses for why I use them, and then also what some of the designations mean. But then as soon as I like take them and then put the boxes away and everything, it's just not out of my mind, gone. Can't remember what I was thinking about. But literally I just thought of that because I'm like, oh, I'm getting a little bit tired. I haven't even taken my meds yet. And perhaps I should have, considering the timing it'll take to kick in. You know, regular ADHD thoughts. Where you're just like pinballing from one thought to the other with no heed to traffic laws. And then there's times where it's just like nothing. No brain. No thoughts. Which is again another reason why I don't use a face cam, because as soon as the focus either kicks in or the brain emptiness kicks in, I just like go bleh, like staring at the screen and unblinking and unmoving. And that's not a good look. especially because my webcam is like front on. For when I need to use it for other things. So it's just, you're going to be staring into my cold dead eyes every time it comes up. It's like, yeah, no one wants that. No one deserves that. I don't even deserve that, and I'm the person that's most deserving of bad things to happen to them. For legal purposes, that was a joke. I don't need any help. Well, any extra help. I'm getting plenty of help. At least then, theoretically, once Matilda hits 40, we've got Omelette to get up to 40 because she can't handle the cave, but then Tesla can rock the cave no problem. And they're at 36, I think, so that shouldn't take too long. I forgot that I can check that. 36 and 36, yes. So this area being at least halfway decent with a close heal is pretty good. Could be better. You know what, it's been long enough that that I haven't been streaming that I didn't notice that we got a sub, Jack Slack, 12 days ago. Sorry for the delay, but thank you. And again, I've only been streaming for an hour and a half and had that like off to the side of my vision just staring at me, waiting for acknowledgement, but you know, focus and ADHD brain, and brain empty, no thoughts, only perfect smooth skin, not a wrinkle in it. Your brain full of worries, wrinkled to hell. My brain no thoughts, just perfectly smooth, like an uncooked chicken breast. Lovely and beautiful and not a thought in it. Nary a wrinkle. Smoothest, flattest brain you'll ever encounter. No need to sign up for that dog brain surgery, they said. We wouldn't want to ruin such a work of art. I thought nothing of it, but it's like, well, I should be able to replace my brain with that of a dog because of just the idiocy it would bring. But no. It's like just every now and then, instead of, like, every day, instead of an alarm clock, I just have, like, my room broken into by a horse who kicks me in the head. It's like, well, that wakes me up, certainly, but it also, you know, gives me that, like, kickstart of brain emptiness that I need to get through the day. But it's also handy because I don't own the horse, so I don't legally have to look after it. So, I mean, it manages by itself, I assume. But yeah. Every day, as soon as I'm waking up, bang, boom, crack. Ready to start the day with a head full of nothing. Alright, and it's Matilda done. And swap as I just realised that sound must have sounded great in people's eardrums. Just that almost like hocking a loogie type of thing. Just a omelette. So even that was a bit drier than the previous one. And I can't even do any of the really annoying or disgusting ones that I've heard other people do. Like, I know I can be annoying, don't get me wrong, but in very particular ways, other people are a lot better at it than I am. Kissy kissy. At least maybe get something out of it that way. Well, that's good. That's not. That's not great. Didn't really get a lot of love out of that confusion. Lasted 3 turns and we ended up copying 2 attacks from it. Well, was it 2 attacks or just the 1 because we were avoiding it? I don't know. Alright, what have we got for Arbok here? Shadow Ball maybe? Give it a kiss first anyway. Don't flinch. Alright, let's try the effect of Shadow Ball. Oh, that's a critical hit, okay. I was going to say, oh, that's pretty good. Now watch this bite me in the ass. Well, at least you can't poison me. Oh, I was thinking for sure it's going to paralyze me on the attack part. Well, let's get rid of that. What's this running at? Cool. I was just checking my little preview monitor what size and resolution that's running at to make sure it's not, you know, hurting the bitrate too much, but no, all good. Kiss kiss. Kiss kissay. Psycho killer. Kiss kissay. Run, 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 run away. Hopefully that's not good enough to get a copyright strike on that. you know, secretly I doubt it, but you never know. I once had an audio clip on the streams of Michael Buffer, the announcer, doing, I think it was Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Sting, Starrcade 97, like introducing that match, and somehow the YouTube algorithm decided that was a fireplace. Like just the sound of a fireplace in the background of some rap video. Like, no, that is not a fireplace at all, and also isn't in that song at all. Like, there was no fireplace sound in that song that I could hear. But either way, I was gonna say, seems too soon to go back for healing, but I'm like, it's free. And it's right there. Not like it really costs me anything but a couple of extra seconds. Okay, so for comparison, I'm looking at my monitor. I leave the house now. So that's an idea of the delay, like, my stream is on, at least for like the preview, where it is operating at 360p. So I'm sure it's better for higher resolutions, because they don't have to downcode it so much. Yes. By a rose on the grave. Oh, that's not good. Neither's the defense curls it's getting, so let's try rolling out on it. Which did not move that bar. Well, okay, cool. I'm glad we all came to the same conclusion. Hooray. So I was hoping it would be faster. Alright. Let's get a little bit of healing. Oh, did I have paralysis cure berries? That's funny. Stop exploding, you cowards. What have I got? Iceberry. Full heals. I've got Miracle, Mystery. Yeah, might as well. Now watch me be instantly poisoned again. Alright, come on. A little bit of love on the confusion. one thing I asked for. Wow. Wow. Real good game. Love your work. Oof, that was a rough one. So, we cured the poison. It defense curled. We got confused again. It poisoned Sting and got us poisoned again. And then it gave us a critical hit, which then the poison knocked us out of. Oof. Just egg. Oof. So it's like, what are even the odds of hurting yourself on a confusion? Because I'm like, I know it's not, but it feels like it's weighted against the player more than the NPCs. Oh, everything went crunchy. Mm. That's right, it gave it the hard stone. So rock would be better. Because rollout is a rock type move. Good. Better. Great. And awesome. Okay, now we're getting to the levels of needing more HP. Tell you what, we're gonna hit the end point of the stream before we finished our grinding, which is annoying, but theoretically sets us up for an easier time of it next time, / tomorrow. I just wish that the setup had been a little bit quicker today, but oh boy. But you also, you know, want to make things work right. Like, it was a little bit rough enough getting the sound mix correct and then needing or wanting to put in that white box. For viewer comfort, I guess. Unnecessary overall, but you know, if it improves someone's experience, that's, you know, the least you can do. And, you know, before anyone says, oh, the best way to improve my experience is for you to never stream again, ha ha ha. I have heard that before, and it didn't stop me then either. Hell, I say that to myself. So there you go. What are you going to do about it? You can't hurt me more than I hurt me. That's not great. That's not good. Could be worse. But starting to roll out from scratch is rough. Alright. Oof. Well, that... yeah. I was gonna say that shouldn't be too bad. See, now, just look at this and imagine how much trouble Omelette would be having in Victory Road, where the enemies are slightly stronger and mostly made of rock. Do I even need a confusion? Probably not, it's just weighing me down at this point. Not like, overall it's still useful. But I guess time and place type of thing. Yay. Double edge, what's that? Normal type move, decent damage, but backlash. What have we got? Nah. So I guess overall the mic stand experiment was a minor success. I'm still... like, it's still a little bit higher than I would like it to be. But it's definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. I've got a decently thick, basically an Oki strap, which I know is a very Australian term, but it's a rubber strap with hooks on either end that hook into themselves. Usually for like moving furniture or occasionally like tying luggage and things to vehicles and whatnot. I've got one of those looped around the bottom of my mic stand and just sort of grabbing onto the boom arm with both hooks. And ideally it would be a little bit longer, so then I could raise the boom higher, so then I can lower the mic a bit more. But I will have to double check what lengths they come in to make sure that I can get one without spending too much money. Because that is the trick. It's like, theoretically, yeah, you know, someone will make it. No, didn't mean to roll out again. But it's just finding a way to get one that is easily accessible and financially viable. But for a little quick dirty job that's doing pretty good. I could experiment a little bit further with materials I already have without needing to purchase any more. But, you know, it's still a work in progress. All this sand in my eyes. You know what, we're, what, 15-ish minutes out from an hour? Which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate given that we started a little bit late and, you know, have run ads and everything. but I think that's getting to be about a decent time to stop for the evening. So let me go heal up. And yeah, that'll do me for today, I think. Mostly because I'm still also crashing from being tired. So let's drop a save. Save the game. It's okay to save. Drop a sneaky save in case of backup failure. And thank you very much for joining me on the stream. Hopefully no issues. Tomorrow, another stream, more Pokemon. But as always, stay tuned after the break, after the credits for the raid if you so desire. Spread the love around the community and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye now.
And so we come to the end of another day on Sunshine Television. Hope today has been a good one for you, and we hope tomorrow is an even better one. And now this is Ray Marsh on behalf of all of us here at the Granville studios of SEQ Television on channels 8, 1, 5 and 10, wishing you all a very good night.